Riveting content. Empowering your life. Welcome to the Sphere. This episode is sponsored by
Smile Design Studios. Smile Design Studios, family and cosmetic dentistry, offers numerous treatments meant to maintain, heal, and customize your smile. Call us today at 281-969-7388 or visit our website at www.sdshouston.com.
Houston Housewives of Finance. For more information on increasing your cash flow, becoming your own money manager, and to schedule your complimentary personal finance strategy, contact the Houston Housewives of Finance today at 1-844-700-4463. Looking to advertise? Join the Sphere's vast demographic reach of thousands of people all over the world. Send an email today to advertise@thesphere.tv or call us at area code 832-772-7789.
What up, what up? Welcome back to the episode of That Boom Bap. I'm your host, Gary Lee, also known as G Hawkins. Now, look, folks, you know what we do about this time? We give you that raw, we give you that uncut, that real hip-hop conversation. Now, of course, you can hit me right here at the show or hit me across all social media platforms. Use @G Hawkins, that's G Hawkins with the Z, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snappity chatting. And, of course, I'm sitting here with my main man, Reem.
What up?
What up, though?
What up? What up?
I like that shirt, man. I thought you was going to say that for the upcoming, but you didn't wore it already. Yeah, because that's how you be doing me and shit.
Nah.
You see how I blessed you,
Nah,
though?
you know better,
You
though.
see how I just blessed you,
You know
though?
better than me, though.
But you might have another one.
You know I be messing up.
You might have another
You
one.
know what? I might cop a new one. Because this is actually from.
Do they have some new ones?
This is from the last album. Shout out to the.
And
to
you
the
know I
Hugh.
had mentioned the name. That's a teaser,
Yeah,
right? I had
yeah.
mentioned it.
I
But
just
yeah,
dropped it
but
too.
You did.
I did it real
Maybe they weren't paying
mellow, like,
attention.
word,
We'll see what
hopefully.
happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe I need to grab something new from them. But I like that. I like that album. So I love that shirt.
I love the album cover.
Yeah.
I thought the album was really cool.
Yeah.
So shout out to them.
Shout out to them.
If you know the T-shirt, if you know the brand, and
Come
you know
on.
what it is.
That's how you do it,
Can't be name
baby.
dropping
That's
names
how you
anymore.
do it.
Word.
But man,
Shout out Grandfather Clock.
Always there forever. But for those tuning in, remember, folks, we go Facebook Live, and today is a special day, and we're gonna keep our Facebook Live rolling the entire show. But make sure you subscribe over at iTunes, SoundCloud, all our major platforms, because we want to continue to deliver great content to you each and every week.
Absolutely.
So without further ado, we'll keep this party rolling, and this special day, we've done this for January, February, March, April, and here we are in May, folks. Lucky number 5. Here we are in May, and it's all about the Respect the DJ series.
Absolutely.
We like to bring in DJs that have been through the gambit, the trials, the tribulations, people that have been in the industry, that have continued to push the culture forward.
That can show you how to do this, son.
For real, no culture vultures around here. We're talking people that are truly trying to bless your ears each and every time that they touch wax. That's what it's about, and we thought it would make sense to bring in the renowned, the famous hat-wearing DJ himself, none other than the smooth, the incomparable, the man behind the hour, DJ Cruize Control. What up, my G? What's good, brother?
What's good, bro?
Not much, man.
How
We're
are
glad
you,
to have
sir?
you in the building.
What's good, sir?
You know, and the funny thing about you, it's not a funny thing that you mentioned the hat. But the coincidental thing about you mentioning the hat was it's the first thing I complimented him on as soon as I saw it. I was like,
Yes.
yo, that is smooth.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
it, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Every time I see him DJing,
Yeah.
he's in a different hat. So it's like it's like one of his signatures, man.
That's an expensive thing to maintain.
That's
man.
what I see. That's what I see.
It is, bro. It is.
I'm trying
it
to.
is.
That's why.
But you a hat man too, though.
I'm trying to. I get my influence from you, though.
Well,
so
look,
that's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna bow down to that.
No,
one.
I
I'm not gonna
appreciate
say
you,
anything.
brother.
I'm not gonna say anything.
You're setting the standards right, my G.
I appreciate
and
it,
I
man.
appreciate that.
I appreciate
So
it.
we like to do this for our folks, for those that are watching us right now on Facebook, or you're in your car right now listening to this on SoundCloud. You're at the crib watching this on Apple TV, wherever you are, and we're talking about this hip hop. This is the time that you want to make sure you take your notes, get your journals out, so you can understand the journey that some of these people have been through in order to bless your ears each and every time they hit that stage or they hit that platform to give you those big tunes.
For real.
And we've got to take this journey with your Cruise Control.
Gotcha,
You
man.
ready to rock this out, man?
Let's do it, man.
Okay,
Let's do
so
it. Let's do it.
take us back in time, man, and take us back to that era, that moment in your life. I'm talking before the beard, before PV, before all the beautification of your life, man.
Gotcha.
Take us back when you got excited about the ones and twos.
I got excited about the ones and twos from my mom.
Talk
Your
about
mom?
that, man.
Moms. She was a big, and she was an avid album collector. And she's an original musician.
Okay.
She played piano growing up in the church. You know, that's where we get our foundation from,
Absolutely.
right? So, but I was that kid that would always sneak the records. And she had this one turntable. And at that time, I didn't know what it was. I was like, that's nice, you know.
Yeah.
So I would go lift the hood up, and I just listen to the records. Never could hear anything, so I always had to get close to it because no speakers and nothing was hooked up to it.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I had to just listen to it, and then she caught me one day.
Ooh, no. First, what record was it though? Because that's gonna determine what was it that you was messing around with.
It was old. It was an old Marvin Gaye.
Oh my God, you was trying
That's
to
all
get
you had to
yourself
say.
I
killed.
was in trouble, bro.
That's all you
I
had.
got in trouble because that was a no back then.
Nah, all of them was off limits. So I didn't want to interrupt this question, but I was thinking in my head like there was no record that you could touch. It didn't matter what record it
It
was.
didn't matter, man. And I did. And when I did that, she just kind of looked at me. She was like, really? But I kept doing it over and over again. So that's when she was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and get you. I'm going to get you a boombox. And henceforth, my very first record that I owned was Midnight Star.
Midnight Star. Boy, it took us
That was
back.
the very first record that she bought me with my little boombox was Midnight Star. Now, granted, she had collections, and to this day, I have those collections. By the way,
You got her collection.
I have her collections.
Wow.
On LPN 45s.
Was that like a touching teardrop moment, like a passing of the torch?
Yes,
I'm being dead
it was.
serious.
But she was just like, here, just take this stuff. It's just sitting here. It like had no value to her anymore. Because I mean, she was getting old. She's getting older, and she was just like, "Yeah, you can take this." But she also let me take those original turntables, and to this day, I have both of them because I found one in her closet, just sitting in the back closet, and had them redone. And I still have her two. I have those two original techniques, and they're super heavy, brother. Super
I know
heavy.
they are. I know
It's
they are.
original, and I use them. I take them, I spin with them, and they're durable. I still use them, man, to this day.
So here's the thing: you born and raised in Houston, right?
No, Beaumont, Texas.
Shout out.
Shout out to Big Money, Texas. But the
Okay.
crazy part about it, I got my start DJing in the church, man,
Really?
at a Catholic church.
So,
Yo, for those who don't watch,
come on,
listen.
Real
I
talk.
almost fell back out of my chair.
yeah, for our audio only,
That's
y'all
not
gotta
what
catch the video.
That's not what happens. Like what happens with young men in the church is either you learn how to sing,
Yeah.
or you learn how to play an instrument. And
Exactly.
it's typically the drums and
Or the keyboard.
or the
piano,
board, right?
yeah.
Or the piano.
Organ.
How'd you bring turntables into the church?
I didn't. We were using cassettes. And we was DJing off of some cassette tape players.
What?
Me and my homeboy Kales, I know he's probably watching right now. He was like, hey man, let's go do this gig at the church. I'm like, man, what church? No, I'm Baptist, bro. She don't do that. And he was like, yeah, let's do it. So we went to a church in Beaumont, Catholic church, and it was a youth night. And if you're Catholic, I mean, like that's like what they do, man.
Yeah.
They have a good time.
Yeah.
But I will say this, that taught me how to this day I try to keep all my music clean, and you don't know how hard that is to do that.
I can imagine.
That's for what's out here.
Yeah.
So that's why I try to keep everything as clean, because that's kind of where my foundation was.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
And you know, when you say that, like, you try to keep all your music clean. You mean like when you do a jam today, it's a clean record?
Clean record.
See, the cool thing about that is, by the time we get about 2 or 3 cups of Hennessy,
It's
we
hard,
put the curses in ourselves anyway. We didn't even know the curse wasn't there.
Yeah, it's just how it is, man. And I want to say what's up to Monique. We see you in. She says Golden Triangle. You know something about that?
Come on now.
What up,
Port
Monique?
Arthur, Beaumont, Orange. Yeah.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. People are tuning in.
That's
and
my
for anybody else, if you're in chat, make sure you say hi, say what's up, so we can give you a shout
Word,
out.
don't be a stalker, yo.
Yeah, don't be a stalker. Say something so we can give you a shout out.
Don't be a creeper.
But and get that beautiful smile in, because guess what? This
shit.
particular portion of the show is sponsored by Smile Design Studios. So, Smile Design Studios family and cosmetic dentistry offers numerous treatments meant to maintain, heal, and customize your smile. If you're not sure what you need, don't worry. Dr. Ellis and her team are happy to meet with you to go over your patient history and goals and offer professional recommendations. Let Smile Design Studios make you smile. Call them today at 281-969-7388 or check out their website at sdshouston.com to schedule your appointment. All new patients receive a free gift and $50 off your first dental treatment. Smile Design Studios looks forward to providing excellent care for you and your family. And shout out to Morningstar Curious.
Absolutely.
Had to put that on, man, when you mentioned
Absolutely.
it. I just had to do that, man. So take us along this journey. You got these tapes popping in the Catholic Church.
Mm-hmm.
Then what happens? How does that growth continue to propel you?
Then after that, I just it was time for me to leave the house, and I made my way to the one and only, one of the best schools in the country.
Talk about it.
Here we go.
Talk about it.
Purple and gold. PVAMU. That produces productive people.
There it is. There it is, man.
I don't know if y'all heard them gunshots out there.
Pretty much.
And from there, man, the influence and the standard was set by DJ Premier.
Ooh, very true.
That's where the standard was laid. The groundwork was laid there.
And hold on, the kid from New York has to throw in the towel right now and say this. As much as we want to claim them, Brooklyn, we can and we can't. You know what I'm saying? I feel like 20 plus you could claim them, but it should be no shock by now, because the one thing I respect about him is, as much as he loves Brooklyn and as much as he loves New York, he makes it clear, he
Makes
started
it
here.
real
So
clear.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
real
indeed,
clear.
man.
And so just kind of following that pattern, man, I really became a student, because I just love music, but I became a student in college, truly, of how to DJ. So I watched. I was fortunate enough to actually go down to PV in the late '80s, and watch him rock. DJ AD, which Mason Storm now out here in Houston. B Love,
Man.
Eddie V, rest in peace. Eddie B, he passed away, but he was he passed away. But anyway, watching these guys just kind of grow up, and if I forgot anybody, no disrespect. But I just remember these cats, and I just kind of I was that guy, because I was in a band too. So my attachment to music was there. So I just listening to these guys and watching them rock out. And man, I will tell you, in 1992, I left school, and that's when everything just kind of like, okay, let's go ahead and make this thing happen.
Wow.
And came back to Houston in 95, and I got introduced to the music scene in Houston in '95 by basically walking up to a friend of mine who actually went to church with me in actually '94. Went to church with me. Was like, hey man, you want to DJ? But I'm finna knock you across the head. Guess what my first gig was in Houston?
Where?
It was a place called Dion's.
That sounds so familiar.
And Dion's is a lesbian club.
Oh.
Maybe it doesn't sound familiar. I don't know. It did at the moment, but I don't know if it does.
Either I'm a gain or lose fans.
Yeah.
But on the strength, it truly like, yo, dude, you whack, or yo, like this
trial by fire.
Man, and they will let you know if your night was off.
Yeah.
Like, Cruize, you suck tonight.
So
That's real.
did this become your spot, or was this one time event that?
No,
that evening?
man, I was DJing there for about a year, and then he opened up another spot in Beaumont. So I was spinning in Houston and Beaumont, and it was a regular gig. And at some point, I just, I can't. From a personal perspective, I just didn't want to be confided to this.
Absolutely.
Because, and again, no disrespect to any of that.
Yeah.
It just wasn't me.
I feel that. Well, let me ask you this: what were some of those first records when
Absolutely.
you had Dion's? What were some of those records you were spinning? What were some of the things that really drew the crowd in back in that time?
Man, it was always some juvie back then. Always some good juvie, the old juvie. I had, let me see what else. Of course, anything that was, believe it or not, anything East Coast, they was jumping off of. Because at that point in time, the only thing we really had were the Ghetto Boys that was really popping in the early '90s. So if I was to spin my mind playing tricks on some face or anything like that, it's all turn up from there.
Yeah.
But the one thing that I found out about the Houston music scene back then, man, it was truly diverse. Because even going back to the radio stations that we even had to listen to, man, because the way it was structured, I grew up on disco.
I'm a disco fan.
Hold on,
but disco was right here in Houston.
Shout out
I'm
to
sure
my
it was.
homegirl
Straight up.
Nikki for nicknaming me
was-
Disco Danny.
Yeah, I know. I think I watched the show one time, and I know Nimbus was on.
Yeah.
And I know Nimbus talked
Yeah.
about how we used to like listening to the radio from the daytime it was hip hop, but then at night you get that good disco, that good house music. I was one of those guys with my new boom box, with my tape,
Come on.
record, play
Absolutely.
at the same time.
Some of y'all don't know about that. Facebook Livers, who out there right now knows about them 2 fingers on that record and play button at the same time, man? Knows about breaking the tabs on them tapes.
Absolutely.
Sticking the tissue
Yeah,
paper.
the tissue
in
paper
there.
in there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What's up, D'Anthony? We see you.
We see you,
Kamisha
sir.
Jordan, we see you in the building. What's up? So, and walk us through this, man. Did you find that you had your own personal preference of music while you're spinning versus what your crowds demanded from you?
Absolutely. To this day, still the same way. My heart and soul is disco because of its foundation, soul, R&B, and hip hop.
Feel
But
that.
conscious hip hop,
Okay.
dating back to, just going where there was a message. I'm a diehard guru.
Love Guru. R.I.P.
Diehard, and that maybe that's just because of Premier, but hey man, it is what it is. Like
I'm gonna have
but
to
Guru
jump in
was-
and separate the two. I got all of my this shit can't be possible. This beat is so crazy from Premier, but I got my swag from Guru. Like I ain't gonna lie to nobody, B. I got my voice tone
I
control
hear
from Guru.
I hear it.
I ended up
hear it.
going bald like him. So
right. I hear it.
I got a lot of
Yeah.
swag from Guru, man.
But
Word
I
up.
can't take away that love of the love of hip hop. Just growing up with it, man. Like Houston has a culture but I don't know where it went.
Yo, and I was just getting ready to ask, because you said that.
That's heavy.
You said it had a culture, and I, I'm kind of looking from the outside in, right? Because I've been here for, let's round it off and call it 15 years straight. And I've seen Houston change dramatically,
Absolutely.
music-wise. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? Shout out to Paid in Full.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Waxaholics. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? I've been following them for the past couple of years. And they're very significant in the changes. But
Absolutely.
also, the thing I started realizing also, shout out to Scion and Warehouse, because they started bringing a lot of real hip-hop acts through to
Heavy.
Houston. You know what I'm saying?
Heavy.
And that was before House of Blues popped up. And I remember when they were building it downtown, and I was like, well, I just wonder. You know what I'm saying? I just wonder who's going to come through there. And I done seen Meth, Red, De La Soul, Mos Def, Talib Kweli, perform together. Mos Def came out here. I think he did a show by himself one time. And this is before Toyota Center was popping like that.
Yep.
So how do you feel from your experience, especially being a DJ, how did it go from being, this is real dope, to now it's kind of watered down?
The DJ has a lot to do with the way the culture of music, how where it transcends. So again, a lot to blame to this. Excuse me. There's this stigma. So with me being a DJ, with me being an influencer in the music business, and me being also on the promoter side of things, because there was a lack of opportunity for DJs like myself and Nimbus and Flash Gordon Parks and
Shout out to
Soul
Flash.
One and all these cats. Things had. It's almost like we had to create our own avenues. So we had to create our own platforms. So we had to become promoters and DJs.
Wow.
And
Doing
if you
double work.
if you think about it, everybody that's pretty much throwing all the places where you go get some really dope music, who's behind them?
Absolutely.
The DJs.
Yeah.
Yep. And I got to give props to Flash Gordon Parks, man, because he did the whole tribute to Houston. He did the video.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really dope, and it was a really dope way of giving back to the city, paying homage, or as my man says, homage. And also putting himself out there. And I remember seeing him at different restaurants or places I would go to. I'm that weirdo that be jumping up in the middle of the restaurant like, yo, that shit is dope. Yo, play that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to give him that energy to keep going forward. Because, sometimes I feel like who motivates the motivator? You know what I'm saying? So we always got to give him that energy, give him that love too. But I definitely would agree with you that, especially in today's climate, the thing that separates the good DJ from, the okay or mediocre DJ is the guy who's playing both sides of the fence. He's the promoter, putting himself out there, and then when you get there, it's all live.
Right.
And I think we've seen some of the tangible reassurance of what that looks like when you have quote unquote mainstream success, like a DJ Khaled, who will work with anybody and everybody, to where now people expect albums from this DJ, which I've never heard him actually DJ or spin anything, but they've made this mainstream success, DJ Who Kid, and things that they've done. What up, bro? Soul Food just walked in the building for those that are in the studio. You want y'all to know that Soul Food's about to hit it live. So make sure if y'all want that neo soul and R&B, y'all hop on their platform as well. But we see that, that grind, that growth through a lot of DJs or people who have that DJ title. But what does success as a DJ look like for you?
For me, is really it was DJing was to me it found me like like my hats find me.
I can respect that.
I can't wait to go. I'm just going to claim it. I can't wait to go with you.
And I didn't say when I first started, oh man, I'm going to be like the biggest DJ ever. Never. I just wanted to always just be a great influencer of music and what I felt, what was right at the moment. So I'm just at the point now to where, success for me is, I'm a true believer in sowing seeds, man. And
talk about it.
Bringing that next person up while I'm going forward. Take
You
my
know what?
place.
I got something that he hasn't said just yet, and I hope that I'm not mistaken. Let's go ahead and pay this bill real quick.
So this particular portion of the show is sponsored by us right here at the Sphere. So are you starting your business or looking for a place to advertise? Do you have a need to reach out to thousands of people across the world to build your brand or sell your product? If so, get your product placement and advertising needs handled right here at the Sphere. We offer a wide variety of content delivery platforms, including iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, YouTube, and Stitcher. Plus, we have a vast demographic reach within the United States, as well as modern countries across the globe. Our enriched content and inspiring dialogue, coupled with your strategic ad, is surely to hit the mark every time. Call us today at area code 832-772-7789 or send us an email over to advertise@thesphere.tv. So
if I'm not mistaken, we had DJ Burb up here.
Mm-hmm.
And, we was talking about his come-up story. And his come-up story, in a sense, starts with you.
Well, I do remember that.
Uh-huh.
I do remember. I do remember that.
I've been
shouts
waiting.
to Bird. Man.
Word. So shout out to Bird.
I love that guy.
Because I've been waiting to this moment. I had a good feeling. I put it in the universe that you would eventually be where he was. And he was like, yo, man, he gave me an opportunity, and, I would always appreciate it. So were you saying that you sowing seeds back into, to the art, the culture, he's one of them. And I'm always a fan first. I'm always a fan of who we bring up here. That's why I never have to sit down and think about what I want to ask or, have a list of questions for y'all, because it all comes off the top because I'm a fan. So I kick it from a fan standpoint.
Right.
What other DJs have you put on outside of Bird? Just to name a couple.
Oh man, it's probably like that's a sensitive subject to a lot of folks. So don't put don't put me on blast like that. Because there are some people that are in their feelings. And
That's
the
100.
only person that truly talked about it has been Bird.
Absolutely.
And if it's just one that wants to speak about it, I'm cool with it. I'm always the guy in the back, man.
Mm-hmm.
Always. And that's I can't be any more transparent than that, man.
Absolutely.
In that respect,
Yeah.
that's just me.
And Monique asked the same thing or something similar on Facebook. She asked, with your experience, are you taking any new DJs under your wing and teaching them the fundamentals of DJing?
I have not taught the fundamentals of DJing. I saw opportunity to use DJing as a platform to connect to another facet of the music game, and that's the business. And that is kind of where I am right now.
Okay.
I still I'm with family, DJing 5-6 nights a week. I can't do that anymore.
No, that's just real. We got priorities.
Absolutely.
Got bills.
Yeah.
Live.
Yeah.
Daddy, hey, where you going tonight?
Real talk.
See you in the morning, honey. Oh, Dad,
Yeah.
that look on the face. You understand?
Absolutely.
You have kids?
Nope.
Not yet. Okay.
Keep practicing.
You'll get it. You'll get it.
We said keep
And-
practicing.
yeah, keep practicing.
I know you practice.
Yeah.
Plus, the Houston Housewives of Finance got you straight.
They got me straight. They ain't even got kids yet.
Where we done?
We plugging them. We got an ad coming up for them now. But you speak about the business of it. So let's talk a little bit about BPM Music Group. Talk
Okay.
a little bit about that.
So BPM was birthed after my letting go at Music World. I used to work. I worked for Matthew Knowles for 6 years.
Okay.
So I was privy to be a part of that process. It taught me a whole lot. People can say whatever they want, but it's real.
Yeah.
And that's kind of, you saying you like to put stuff in the universe. I used to drive by Music World all the time. And how I got hired was my wife's line sister would come to all the shows that we would put on. And she never knew who was behind it. And she was like, could you do this at Music World? I was like, oh, absolutely. So I started literally the low man on the totem pole, year one, as just a digital coordinator, just working behind the computer. Hey, we're here, to basically being VP of marketing and label head.
Oh,
Nice.
okay.
So understanding what it takes to get a Grammy, what it takes to make a video, understanding copyright, understanding publishing, understanding artist management, understanding across the board. I learned everything in 8 years.
Shout out to Matt Knowles.
Shout out to him. He taught me a lot, and he threw me in the water, and you need to sink or swim. But on April 1st, 2013, I got a phone call. He was like, "Hey man, we're going another direction." I'm like, "Word." So Matthew, got catalog. I don't know if y'all know, like, Music World has catalog.
Right.
I'm talking about Johnny Cash,
wow.
Earth, Wind and Fire,
Wow.
Shaka Khan type catalog.
Oh wow! I
Yeah.
didn't know it was that heavy.
I
It's
didn't know
heavy.
it was that heavy
Yeah.
either.
So people can say whatever they want. I'm like, okay, cool. We gonna just manage this catalog, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, we're moving in another direction. So your services are no longer needed. I'm like, whoa, okay. My baby wasn't even born yet. I got a pregnant wife. We transitioning
Absolutely.
to new home. And it's like,
Man, it's heavy.
what I'm
B.
gonna do?
Yeah.
But the writing was on the wall already,
Mhm.
and it was just time for me. Sometimes God just, he has to strip you down
Yeah.
to make you actually understand what's going on.
Absolutely.
Things are in
Things and
seasons.
seasons. So and that's how BPM was birthed. And then from there, I actually pulled artists from from Music World, and that's kind of how we got things started. And then from there, we're in full swing, man. So our process, we're an independent label.
Okay.
We take on DJs. We from a management, from publishing. We're really a la carte. We're the new label.
Nice. Nice.
And we want to teach the business
Mm-hmm.
as you are with us. Like, I love the way that you guys are doing things here. I'm looking at how things are, everything is streamlined. And if you guys are pretty much familiar with Pat Corcoran, that's Chance the Rapper's manager.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you look at their layout,
Mhm.
it's identical. He just he hit a home run with Chance.
With Chance.
I'm waiting for my home run.
Nah, ain't
Right.
nothing wrong with that.
But he streamlines everything.
Yeah.
Everything that he does is a profit center in his business. And he understands the music business. And you have to have that kind of skin to understand it, man. It's tough.
Right.
But hey, that's where we are.
That's where it is.
And one thing that we strive to do on the show, and I think we do a really good job of it, is not only bring the music, but also try to bring the business to
Absolutely.
the table.
Absolutely.
We're not the gossip channel. You're not going to hear us talk about who pregnant, who's paying child support for who, baby mama. We'd rather talk about how Russell Simmons sold his credit card company for a couple of $100 million.
Absolutely.
Or how, Jay-Z, developed one of the best albums, put it on his platform, and, sold another 1 million records that way, So we always try to keep our people and keep the people in the business in the most positive light.
Yeah,
but
man.
a lot of things that, a lot of young artists don't understand is the business, is that contract. They don't understand that there's no health insurance in that contract. Ain't no 401k in that contract, and that advance, that ain't a paycheck. That ain't a check to you. That's to finance the entirety of your album and promoting your album. All they know is, I want to be the next Lil Pump, or I want to be the next Chief Keef, and I could rhyme. Sign me. I could rhyme. So what do you do when you have somebody with that kind of mentality come to you? Are you quick to throw them in the studio, or are you quick to sit them down first and talk to them and try to educate them?
The first thing we do is a consultation. We want to know where you are and where you want to go in that body of work. And at the end of the day, it's about your brand. But what is it? I want to know what you know. How, and what do you want to do? Do you just want to be a writer and composer? Do you want to be a producer or an arranger? Do you just want to be a publicist? Do you just want to be a publisher? Do you want to be do you want to just do admin? See, there's a misconception that all I can be is the talent. and it's a big misconception in this business. You know, I just want to be in front of the camera. Well, the people who make money is the people you never see.
Absolutely.
You never see them, never. So that is what I try to make known in the beginning stages of this. Is like, hey, what is it that you truly want to do? Let me shift your mindset just real quickly. You know, it's okay if you're that photogenic, you're that person that wants to be out seen and public appeal is that's your thing. You know, that's your thing. But have you ever thought about what if you just wrote a song for the next artist that's coming up, and then also had your own publishing company to back that up? Now you're getting pot 3 ways.
Come on.
Versus 1.
Yo, Tech, I'm going to need a snippet of the last 60 seconds.
Yeah. Because for those that are tuned in right now, if you live with us on Facebook, these are gems this man is dropping.
Listen,
if you have any consideration for wanting to get into the music game, you should be taking notes and putting this stuff down in your digital pad, because these are things you're going to be able to come back to and help your journey, help sow that seed into yourself along that way. So please, if you're in Facebook right now, drop some gems or ask some questions so we can get those answered before the show runs out. But this is priceless information right now, because you're not gonna get this from anywhere else. They always say you gotta sell the game. No, this is what people need to understand.
The game must be sold, not told.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
it is.
Absolutely. That's why he said, I'm gonna sit you down for a free consultation.
Because
I want to know what you know.
Yeah.
Hey, I was gonna put you on, or I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna show you the ropes. It's like, and I'm gonna see, how much game you got and how far because you just made. Man, listen, this ain't for you, bro. I heard UPS is no longer hiring, but
You so stupid.
CVS always got their doors open. And for those of y'all, yo, this portion of the show is sponsored by Houston Housewives of Finance. Did you know that only 4 states in the United States offer financial education? 33% don't pay their bills on time. 39% of Americans carry credit card debt from month to month. And 39% of adults say they don't have enough in savings. Don't become one of these statistics. Let Houston Housewives of Finance advise you on increasing your cash flow and becoming your own money manager by scheduling your complimentary personal financial strategy. Contact Houston Housewives of Finance today at 1-844-700-4463 or email us at info@houstonhousewivesoffinance.com. Ask how you can participate in a complimentary financial literacy workshops near you. Houston Housewives of Finance are the new faces of the new age of financial services.
Yes, indeed. I want to say what's up to Junius. We see you in the building.
What up, King?
Christopher is in the building. Laurinette, what's up? Shout out to a la carte. And Jordan Hargrove, what's up with you and S? How's that baby doing?
What up, Jordy?
Brad's in the building. What's up, B? So, yeah, man, one of the things that you have mastered, obviously, is the back end of music and definitely the front side of it, right? Being on the wax, being on the ones and twos, being able to give people what they want to hear. But let's talk a little bit about those artists that you really love and adore, that you want other people to be aware of, that don't necessarily get the shine that's always available in a hip-hop scene. Or non-hip-hop scene, for that matter, because I know you span the gamut.
Yeah, okay. So you want me to talk about some artists that are probably not known right now?
That you love and adore. Talk about it, man.
Let's say not highly popular.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's always a small group of us that be like, you know about that? Oh, yeah?
That's fire.
And now we cool because we know it's...
You spinning that and the crowd ain't jumping, but you jumping in the corner.
Right.
That's fire.
Yep.
Ooh, y'all put me on the spot with this
Mm-hmm.
one.
You ain't sitting in the middle for no reason. Just you sitting in the middle had nothing to do with your camera shot.
I'm going to have to get that sound effect going.
Y'all need
Get that
that.
Jeopardy in here.
Oh man.
Whether it's neo soul, whatever.
So there is a young artist.
Mm-hmm.
Now I can't even pronounce his name. Triple X.
XX Extension.
Estacion, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You messing with him?
I listened to his record, and I actually dig his vibe because he has that new song with oh man, what's the artist name, man? Y'all really put me on the spot.
That's
with
all
that
right,
one.
man.
I can't even think of his name. Ugh. I'm not gonna lie. I can't even think of his name. But that's the more current hip hop.
Yeah.
I mean, but I'm a faithful listener and a loyal listener.
Mm-hmm.
And anytime my artists come out with new heat, I'm an avid Glenn Jones. I'm an avid Eric Roberson.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
an avid
Now you talking.
like Fonte. Oh,
Absolutely.
Now
that
we just reviewed Fonte's latest album.
And had a ball doing it.
Come on.
But
man.
hey, let me give props to Cosmos, Radio Galaxy.
Yeah.
These cats really have some heat that's out there right now. From a distance, I'm a big Tech Nine fan.
Okay.
J Electronica
That man
can't never do me wrong.
That man pisses me off.
If we can get a full ass album,
It'll be great.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying.
That's
be great.
That's the only thing.
I'm just
he's
saying.
he's a single dropper, bro, all day.
Yeah.
Trying to think of somebody else who I'm just really just rocking, besides the normals that everybody knows.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be honest, the gems that I haven't just found that person. I'm just like, man, I gotta get that record. Besides, well, everybody knows PJ.
Yeah. Yeah. Gumbo.
That Gumbo Unplugged.
Yeah.
I
still haven't heard it yet.
Listen.
I'm gonna go ahead and just throw myself under the bus.
Reviewed it, so
Yeah.
check out one of their episodes. I think
Yeah.
they reviewed it.
Nah, I'll
Yeah.
just hop into the album. All you got,
Well, yeah.
anything that they say,
I was just giving
I'm
a
just
shameless
going-
plug.
Yeah.
I'm just co-signing it.
Yeah. That one there is and man, I'm a big Christian hip hop guy too.
Okay.
Lecrae.
Well,
Yeah.
no. See, now there's some cats that spit more fire than Lecrae.
Okay.
You got No Big Deal. You have Andy Mineo. You have
fire.
Show Barack.
Mm.
So I'm really like, man, I can spin that in the club. You wouldn't even know.
So let me throw this one at you. I'm glad you went there and opened that door. What's No Malice sound like in comparison to him being a part of the Clips?
And when you ask that question, you're asking me to answer it how? How do you want me to answer that?
The best way you see fit. Well, let me paint the picture this way. Whenever it's more than one person in the group, right? We always going to go with, we always going to pick whoever the best one is. And in my personal opinion, Malice was always better than Pusha T.
Okay.
Not by a long shot, but he had them. Like, it'll be one or two bars that separated them. You know what I'm saying?
His cousin, the Malice, and him.
Do you know why?
There's a reason for that?
Your gut is on point. He's a creator.
Yeah.
Personally, he was the man behind.
So I felt
Clips.
like when the group broke up, and I'm still in denial to this day that the group broke up. But when he went, the Christian rap route, my whole thing was, why would you stop rocking with him? Because his content changed. Because if he could spit, about whips and chains and dope and crack, then why wouldn't he be just as nice if he's talking about something, polar opposite?
Right.
So, with you, especially being a DJ and having that ear for sound, not just for music, but just, for sound, do you think that he might have lost a step by shifting gears?
He lost a step not on his own merit. It's because of his fan base has not grown up as like he has. He's in another place in his life right now, as a lot of us are.
Mm-hmm.
And from my perspective, looking, from outside looking in, I don't know him personally.
Right.
I would love to sit down and talk to him. But I can tell you that a lot of these guys who come from this game, that comes from the secular side and jumping into the Christian hip hop side. They're doing it for two reasons. One, they didn't cut it on this side, because going the Christian route can be a little bit more of a friendlier route for you.
Yeah.
Or he's truly understanding, but it's hard too because there's no platforms.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Limited.
you're limited.
Shout out to Blessed Beats, my peoples over there, man. Shout out to y'all.
Killing it.
Word.
Killing it. And so that conversation I would have with him is I would ask him the same thing. Why? Because I know he has the talent. So that's not it. I just want to know what place was he in to decide to make that move, because I'm listening to some of these Christian hip hop artists that are out here now, man, and they murdering. They're killing the game.
I had a chance to watch his documentary, and I won't give it all away. But he talks about it, you know, and it's not to downplay it or water it by saying it was nothing more than just his calling, but that's just what it was. Like, it wasn't like, you know, somebody had a gun to his face and, you know, he saw the light and now he went this route. He was just like, nah, man, you know, it was just, I had this calling and this was what I felt like I was meant to do. So I'm doing it.
He has more people that I guarantee he has more people that he feels needs to listen to his message versus his beat.
I got something for you, because walking in here tonight, I had no idea I was sitting down with a label head. Okay. So a lot of my questions might have been geared a little different towards business and sound. Okay. I had a conversation just yesterday with somebody who was asking me about rap battles and stuff like that. Okay. And, you know, we was talking about basically, you know, is it for the culture or is it for the dollar in today's climate? My answer was it was for the dollar. You know, let's take for an example the whole Pusha T and Drake thing. You know, Drake put out his Two Birds, One Stone probably about a year and a half ago. Okay. Now, I'm one of the people, when I heard it, I was like, oh, you going somewhere you don't want to go, bro. Like, I'm telling you, you playing with somebody you don't want to play with. And I was like, yo, any minute now. Any minute turn into a month, any minute turn into a quarter, any moment turn into a year. And I was like, you know what? I had a feeling that Pusha T was going to hold that. You know, a few artists did the same thing. They hold it until the album about to come out, then they'll throw it on the album or they'll say something before the album come out. So for me, it became more about selling records, because my take on it was if MC Shan made Kill That Noise and had it on the radio within about 7 days of hearing The Bridge Is Over, then how in today's climate and technology where we could just email things back and forth and knock out a song, or, you know, you could put your whole studio on a tour bus now, how is it that these responses are taking so long? So in our culture where you do battle for supremacy, what's your take on that? You know, is it still for the culture or is it more for the dollar?
Both. It's both. And to piggyback off of the response, even the push, it was, you hit the nail on the head with the new album that's about to drop. I mean, you take the Kanye situation.
Yeah.
Oh God. It can be very opinionated that, you know, that he truly likes Trump, but we know that. You know?
I refuse to fall into that marketing trap, man.
But that was a straight marketing ploy. So understanding from a label head's perspective, when we see those opportunities, I guarantee you there may have been, I forgot who he signed with now. Who? Pusha.
He's on Good Music.
Yeah. So there you have it. And understanding that you're starting to see that more often than you're starting to see it more often, more prevalent in this new age of marketing per se. That let's go ahead and bring up some beef. Let's go ahead and dig up some dirt. Because, like you said, it doesn't take long to put something out. I can go and make a diss record in my house on my computer, have it at least mixed down enough to where I can just put it out on YouTube.
Right. On SoundCloud.
On SoundCloud. And I'm good.
Right.
If I'm truly trying to really smash you.
Yeah.
But it just seems like to me that you were just either trying to build a case, get the evidence so you can find something to rap about, or let's hold off.
Would you encourage it from for one of your artists?
Me personally, I wouldn't, because the type of label head I am, I need transparency, because I need my artists to really be transparent with themselves, because that's going to pour out into the with your unique fan base.
And that's usually better music.
And that's
your
better
artist first.
Yeah, it's better music that way. So I'm eager to see what's gonna come of this. I'm really eager to see.
What have been some of your most prestigious, or some of the most prestigious battles that you remember throughout your DJ career?
Kumo D and
Either LL or Ice-T.
Yeah.
Oh no, could have been Busy.
No, it was Kumo D and oh man. Oh, I'll go back even further. I love the LL. I love LL's. His and honestly, man, I didn't even realize. I think it was him. He had a second beef.
I remember. We talking about
You see,
LL
LL's
with
beef.
Jack the Ripper.
LL's beefs has been with Kumo D, Ice-T.
Not that one.
Who else did he?
It's
He got a hammer one time
There
too.
you go.
Yeah,
That's the one I did not realize that they actually, because I said to myself, I was like, dude, you're actually in a rap battle with
with MC Hammer.
with MC Hammer. You know,
that means anybody could get it, even him.
So that Jay-Z Nas more recent, I think, it has some substance behind it. I wasn't a big fan of Drake and Meek Mills, even though it was high. I spun it. I mean, everybody wanted to hear, hey man, play the beef record. All right, I'll play it.
Yeah.
For them, but I think that I just never was really into all that stuff.
Yeah?
Man. I didn't, rap. Now I like to see it, to me, in its genuine state. When you're sitting, we're crossing one another, like old school, like let's go at it, but we can shake hands and be friends.
Yeah.
After the fact.
Some more like battle rap.
Yeah.
Well, that's what make battle
That's what
rap
I like.
and the whole URL movement so dope, because these dudes be going at each other viciously.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
My wife,
Props and shit.
shout
That's
out
crazy.
to Melinda.
Yeah.
But my wife calls it angry poetry, because there's no beat. It's just
no beat.
just going off the top. And growing up in New York at the time, and just being there to hear South Bronx or Bridges Over. Like for me, Bridges Over is always going to be probably my number one rap battle record, like hands down.
Exactly.
Or hearing, like you said, LL Cool J. Like for me, shout out to Cannabis B, because for me, Cannabis won that battle. At least he got the first round.
He did.
With second round knockout.
He did.
You know what I'm saying?
He did.
Yeah.
Look, and
I still
I'm an
remember
LL
lyrics to that
fan,
song.
but he did.
Yeah, I took some of LL swag too.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie about that. I'm working on the rest of it.
Working on the goods.
But listen, man, I know we about to wrap up. It's super duper important to me that we always share our platform with our, with loyal and dope people. Please plug everything that you can. Let people know how to get their music to you, how to pass their demo tape, cassette tape to you, because I'm sure you still taking cassette tapes.
I'm OG in the game, baby.
OG.
I'm OG. So
Pencil right here.
yeah.
Some
So
of y'all may know what this is used for.
Come on.
versus this,
It
right?
ain't an Apple pencil either.
Right.
Word.
Right. So I guess the best way to reach me is Instagram, Twitter is at DJ Cruize. It's Cruise Control without the S. It's just with a Z. DJ Cruize. If you want to submit any music, you can go to our website. Is B as in boy PM musicgroupllc.com, and you can submit your music there. But I do want to say this. I don't even know if you guys knew that we have one of the most prestigious music business schools here in Houston. And it's at HCC, and I'm actually a professor there. And I teach music business. So if you want to really know about, I'm putting a shameless plug in.
But this is we open it up for you. This is your lane.
But we have our music business program, our film, TV program, our audio production, like pretty much every engineer that you guys probably work with in the city of Houston at Sugar Hill Studios, and from all the Live Nation venues have been birthed right there at HCC. Matthew Knowles sat in the same seat and learned how to build Destiny's Child in the same courses that I'm teaching.
Wow. Which campus?
Now it's class. I'm at Spring Branch. Spring Branch and the A-Leaf Haynes campus are the two campuses which we pretty much share the same curriculum.
Now, is Spring Branch the location on 10 and the Beltway?
10 in the Beltway.
Okay, cool.
And I do, and this is me to y'all, man. I really, really, really need you guys to come and pour into these students.
Who, me?
Both of you guys.
Hey, we could do a live show from there.
Say no more, man. I would love the opportunity to do
and
that.
to get involved. We're trying to build these partnerships and give these platforms for these students, because right now everybody in Houston is talking about, where the scene is, and whenever we leave the city, I'm pretty sure you guys hear the same thing, man. What's going on in Houston, man? We don't look outside our own four walls, and we got all this talent here, and everybody, and they're coming to the school, man. But the thing is, the resources that we have here are limitless, and it's guys like you all that I really need to come and talk to these 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, 20-years, 25-years, people that's trying to find a second career. How to do a podcast, how to sit. This is all entertainment, man.
Done deal.
Yeah. So if we can bridge that kind of gap, man, that would be phenomenal.
Let's do it.
Just let me
for the partnership.
We're saying yes.
So I definitely I wanted to put that plug in first and foremost, is that this is my reach back again. I sit up here and complain about the music business. We watch all the stuff on TV, people getting sued, and they didn't understand why they got sued. And Mr. Williams, how did 5 people get all that money from Bruno Mars? Well, blah 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 blah, and what they didn't do.
Or like that Robin Thicke Pharrell case with the Marvin Gaye record. Yeah.
So just being able to teach them give them those nuggets and watch their eyes light up, like, man, is that it? Like, yeah, man, it's really that it. That's it. But what's the best place to put information? In the book, because we ain't gonna read it. So they need somebody to get in front of them. We're dealing with millennials now, man. They're visual learners.
Yeah.
They need to be in front of us.
They were birthed that way.
Yeah,
literally with iPhones and tablets. They're visual learners.
So that's kind of you guys have that. I'm in here and I'm in awe.
Oh, we appreciate that, man.
I'm in awe. And I've been following you all since you guys started. See, I didn't even know you had this in you, brother.
Yeah, man.
Kudos.
Appreciate that.
To all y'all, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. We get it done, man.
I appreciate it. The city needs this. The world needs this. And it's right here in Houston. Man, if y'all need anything from me, y'all have my phone number. Please call me.
Absolutely.
There's one thing we do need for you before you leave this table.
Oh, shit.
One thing, we're not going to let you leave until you give us this last one thing.
Yes, sir.
Give us your top five. Any era, dead or alive.
Yeah.
You call it.
I got you. No, any order.
Any order.
No.
Any order, any era.
We ain't going to hold you to a number.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have Tupac.
Okay.
I have Biggie. I have KRS-One.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Let's go.
I have Kendrick.
Okay.
Well
I
deserved.
respect that.
I have Kendrick.
Pulitzer Prize winner.
Yes.
Pulitzer Kenny.
King.
He did that, man. My number 5. Okay, I'm going to get slapped in the face.
No, you ain't. It's your 5.
Eminem.
I can understand.
Who's going to argue with you about that?
I can understand. totally
his
understand
pen.
that.
His pen is
You know what, man?
beastie.
Only because he felt uncomfortable with saying M.
Yeah.
I want to do my favorite white rapper show.
Ooh.
Word up, because
You
I
can do that.
I ain't talking about Macklemore and them. You know, I'm talking about like
No,
your
sir.
old Droog and them.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I'm with
Oh,
Evidence
you
and them.
going? Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm
you.
with that.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, like you know,
Yeah.
John Wayne and them. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
with
He
you.
made.
Going.
You know, we should
You
put
gonna
him on.
include
That-
Logic or no? You're not gonna.
Nah,
well,
you know,
that's
well,
actually
you
he's
know, he's
African-American.
borderline.
He's African American, so
Yeah.
One
Now,
job.
that's a hell of a show right there, brother.
But yeah, we're gonna do that.
That's a hell
I'm
of a
with
show.
that. I'm 1,000% with that, man.
See, how can you read me and say I was uncomfortable, man? How did you know that? Was I that obvious?
Man,
You know, I get
nah,
smacked-
I feel like it's just what I do.
I just get. I get riffraff whenever I give that top 5, and I always put Eminem.
Hell
Somet-
nah.
And then if I have to put it in any certain order, he's probably 2 or 3.
I mean, people hate to.
That's because your first 2 or 3 will probably put him in there 2 or 3.
Come on, we keep it a buck.
For real.
Real rap.
Because you know what it is, man? Like, I've seen it happen, right? And, you know, I may be dating myself, and if so, cool. But I saw the backlash that Vanilla Ice got versus the Love third base guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right.
So
You're right.
what that taught me even then was like, as long as you paid your dues and you respect the rules and the guidelines of what hip hop is, you know, no biting, being original, pinning your own shit, you know what I'm saying, and a few other, you know, factors that go into that, then, you know, you were good as long as you rocked it. You know what I'm saying? One of the reasons why Ghostface Killah is always going to be one of my favorite artists is because he is still the epitome of hip hop today, where he writes songs and perform these songs like he's still rocking house parties and rec rooms in the projects. You know what I'm saying? Then he'll just have, you know, RZA or somebody loop a record, or in some cases he don't even loop the record no more. He'll take a Shy Lights joint and just rhyme on top of it. And that there is the essence of boom bap hip hop, where you didn't have anything. You know what I'm saying? All you had was your mother's record, or your man was beatboxing and you was flowing, or you was at the table in the lunchroom and you was getting it in because your man was doing the beat, and then y'all was battling in the lunchroom. Like, that's where I'm from. That's my club.
Yeah,
That's what's up, man.
that's what's up, man. I got one thing to say.
Go ahead, bro.
One thing that I do want to say is this. Remember that platform I was telling y'all about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I do have a venue that I'm co-partner on principal downtown
Okay.
that I would love for you all to come to. Check it out. It's called Duvin, D-U-V-I-N Pentor. It's a wine and art gallery.
We're there.
So look,
And we are doing
did we all just become
shows.
friends?
And we are doing shows.
Yo, I'm hanging out with dudes that rock fly hats, man.
So
That's where I'm going.
It's D-U-V-I-N Pentor. That's on Instagram. Check it out. We are having some things that's going to be coming up. If you guys are familiar with Bruce Corley,
I'm not, but I will become.
Word. Same here.
Bruce is we're working together on doing this stuff and bringing that real stuff.
Well,
here.
you know, not for nothing, I'm a digital marketing consultant with True Digital Media Consulting.
There
We
you
do
go.
everything from building websites and putting you on Google and handling your social media
plug.
management.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
continue talking to me.
We
whenever
have
you
to
get a
talk.
chance.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we have to talk. There's a whole lot of bridges being built here today. A lot of bridges being
But there it is, folks.
Yeah.
Respect the DJ series with
Absolutely.
none other than DJ Cruize Control.
It's been an honor, man.
My
It's been
G,
an honor.
we truly appreciate you, brother.
Absolutely.
Gee,
You
appreciate
just
y'all,
stamped
man.
us as being official.
Man.
Thank you.
Man, I appreciate it, man.
Indeed,
We
man,
need that
indeed.
stamp. We also need them reviews.
Of course.
Word up.
Reem, let the people know where they can reach you at, good sir.
Yo, I'm going through a whole rebranding phase. Thanks to that dude who called me Nike. So hit me up at Twitter at Reem Boom Bap. That's always going to be official.
There it is.
Instagram is Kareem Kareem .Sean SHON on Instagram. Yo, I've been finding a lot of heat lately, so check out my SoundCloud at Kareem Tillman on SoundCloud. Other than that, man, you know, continue following us, rocking with us as we continue to do our best in delivering y'all that true essence, man. Word.
There it is.
That's all I got.
Cruize, give it to them one more time, just in case they missed it.
If they missed it, DJ Cruize Control. That's on Twitter, that's Instagram, and that's Facebook. Those are the 3 platforms. If you want to submit music, bpmmusicgroup.llc.com. B as in boy, PM musicgroup.llc.com.
There it is.
It's been a pleasure, fellas.
Absolutely. Indeed,
Man.
man. And of
I'm-
course,
I'm humble.
if you need to reach me anywhere online, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, at G Hawkins, that's G Hawkins with the Z. If you got any questions about what we do here on the show each and every week, shoot us an email, boombap@thesphere.tv, or hit us across social media platforms, @thesphere.tv. Use our coveted hashtag #BoomBap, and we'll definitely get back with you. And if we don't tell y'all shit else, remember this.
Yes.
Rap minus
Minus
lies
lies.
equals hip hop. And that's that boom bap. We'll see y'all later. Peace.